I think between us, man, like we'll end up like hugging each other, man, and just being like, man, we shouldn't fight, you know. So like he's like a brother of mine.
Something is going on with you.
Damien was like family. Now we past talking.
Then maybe you just have to fight him.
Do what I gotta do. Some of my methods you might disagree with.
So you're a fan, so you know like the themes of anime that kind of run throughout all the different series, you know, like, you know, friendships, bonds, promises, being the outcast, the underdog, betrayal, you know, forgiveness, you know, those are all things that are inherited of a lot of anime, you know, and my, you know, franchise, the Greek franchise, has a lot of those things as well. So you know, just connecting those dots, you know, emotionally was really, really important. And once we did that, I was able to kind of find ways to bring the visual, you know, connection between the two, especially within the fights. Like that was my way of making them different, you know, from the other 8 films, and making them bigger and feel more emotional, but at the same time more visually stimulating as well. So I pulled from those things in a way, you know, specifically, you know, the void, you know, in the last fight. For me was, and you know, like in anime, they'd be the protagonist and antagonist, you know, they're fighting each other, they're trying to kill one another, but emotionally they're sitting down in a quiet room and they're talking about how they feel. So to be able to, you know, to take everybody out of that, you know, that stadium and just have these two guys fight, and where they couldn't talk about it because they just couldn't talk. They had to fight, you know, and that's, you know, one of the, you know, the main one of the examples that I use taken from anime.
And which anime in particular?
A lot of them, you know. Either they stream through a lot of them, but you know, having ones like Hajime no Ippo or Naruto, and you know, there's you know Hunter x Hunter. I mean, there's tons of them that are out there that I watch personally, and you know, over time you understand the language of anime. So I just wanted to bring a little bit of that language into the Creed franchise.
I was the best though, but I never got a chance to prove that.
That's cute. Yeah, for me, it's, you know, we are a quadrilingual film. You know, we have English, we have Spanish, we have ASL, and then we have fighting. That's the last language. And I thought it was interesting that something that we, you know, in our movie, we use our hands so much. We use, you know, as a fighter, you use them to hurt people, you know, and to win, but then also to do something so delicate, intimate, and emotional as communicating with your daughter and your family. I love the juxtaposition of the two. So, you know, I thought, you know, that was, you know, the way that for me to help tell that relationship, those relationships through those characters.
If we organize the fight between you and Jonathan Majors, who would win?
In real life?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that.
With your training, like.
I think between us, man, like we'll end up like hugging each other, man, and just being like, man, we shouldn't fight, you know. So like he's like a brother of mine, and you know, but he was a perfect guy for Damien. You know, he's physically in shape. He's an incredible actor. He's so honest, you know, as in truthful, and I'm just so proud of him, you know. And what, you know, this year that he's having, the last 2 years he's having, is like boys to the moon, you know. So like to have him in this franchise, I feel extremely lucky.
And did you receive any advice from other directors?
Yeah, a lot. You know, I think that was one of the things I realized, and it was very helpful to call on the director community, you know, especially actor directors, you know, like Denzel Washington and, you know, Bradley Cooper and Jon Favreau, who have all directed themselves in major movies, and what that was going to feel like, any tips, you know, and things of that nature. So they really helped me out in understanding that balance. Thank you, man. Merci.